Hello everyone, welcome to You Can Automate YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about how to handle radio buttons. So in our test scripts, while we are doing automating some of the websites, we may get some of the radio buttons, right? So today we are going to see how we can automate that radio buttons. So I have taken one of the example here. This is one of the website where we have different radio buttons for different colors. For example, red, yellow, green, and brown. So if I want to select any of the radio buttons, say for example, if I want to select green, how do I select that? So today the test case which we are going to automate is around this particular radio buttons. Let's begin with that. So I'm going to create one of the file here, radio button test.js. Okay, and here I'm going to write a new suit describe automating radio button, right? Radio button here I'm going to automate, and as this is a async function, right? And I'm going to write async. Okay, open the bracket, open the flower bracket here, and I'm going to write test here should be able to select radio button, right? Select radio button. As this is a async function, again I'm going to write a async, correct, and bracket, open the flower bracket. So here I need to first launch the website which I'm talking about here, browser dot URL, and inside the URL I'm going to provide the URL here. Okay, this is my URL, and I'm going to add like this. Okay, now I need to write a locator for this particular radio buttons. How do I write that? Just inspect this particular page here and go here and just see whether what is the locator for this. That is a span, right? Span, and inside this span we have a text called red, and similarly it goes for other things also. For example, I want to select this particular yellow radio button, right? As soon as I load this particular page, I want to select a yellow radio button. How will I do that? Okay, so I'm going to write a locator for this particular yellow radio button, and I'm going to select that. Okay, just inspect this particular thing. This particular span has some text called yellow. Okay, I'm going to write so I'm going to write a locator for this particular radio button, that is await dollar symbol within single quote span equals to yellow. So how do I write a CSS locator? By using a text span equals to yellow. This is how I'm going to write a CSS locator, and so I have added a locator for this. Now I need to add await for that particular browser.url. Then I need to assign this particular locator to one of the variable, that is a yellow radio button equals to, so that I can perform some of the operations on this particular yellow radio button. Now in the next line I'm going to use this yellow radio button dot click. So this is how I'm going to perform operation on that particular radio button. So I'm going to add a await here. Then run these changes and see how does it look like. Okay, and I'm running this radio button test right now, and it has to launch this particular website, and it has to click on yellow radio button, and it has to let me know that whether it is working fine or not. Okay, this particular test case got passed, and it has selected that particular radio ball also. Now I want to check some more methods which are available for radio button, that is enabled. Okay, and isEnabled is a method which we check to check if particular web element is enabled or not, and one more is displayed, right? Is displayed method which we use to check whether that particular web element is displayed or not. Okay, and one more thing is clickable. Before clicking any web element, if you want to check whether that particular web element is clickable or not, then we do check this one. Okay, then let me select this particular URL and launch a new window here. Go to this. Okay, so before selecting any of this radio button, so here we can check this particular green radio button is displayed or not, is whether it is clickable or not. These kind of operations also we can do it. Let's do some of the operations on this green radio button. Let's see. Okay, I'm inspecting this particular radio button here. Okay, let me inspect this particular green radio button here. Okay, and this particular green radio button has a span tag, and this span tag has green. Okay, so let me create a similar web element here. Let green radio button, right, and I'm going to create a locator like this, await dollar here uh, inside dollar. I'm going to write single quote span, right. Inside that I'm going to paste that text, that is a green. This is a way of writing a CSS locator by using a text of any web element. So I'm going to use a CSS locator with the text, and here on green button I want to print whether this particular green button is enabled or not. Console.log, let me write this, await, then green radio button here, green radio button dot is, if you type is enabled, right, it will give you auto suggestion methods. You can just need to select that as it is a method. I'm adding a bracket here and then semicolon. Okay, similarly I can have a check for is displayed also. Let me copy the same method here and just change the method. Okay, I'm going to copy this particular statement here, and instead of is enabled I'm going to write is displayed. Okay, this is the method which will tell me whether this particular web element is displayed or not. Okay, and one more thing we can check before clicking that particular web element, we can check whether it is clickable or not. Okay, similar to is displayed, we can do is clickable. Okay, let me remove this and add is clickable. Okay, is clickable, this is a method, and these three methods which will tell us whether it is enabled or not, whether it is displayed or not, and whether it is clickable or not. Okay, let me run this particular changes, and here it should print all true. Okay, and let me clear. So here I'm running. It is launching the website. Now it has to click on yellow radio button, then it has to check whether green button is displayed, enabled, or it is whether it is clickable or not. All three methods on green radio button should give me a true and true. Okay, and if you see the output here, all three methods are giving me true. That means that all these validations are working fine. So to summarize, today we have understood how to deal with the radio button, and how to apply different methods on radio button, that is enabled, is displayed, and is clickable. Try out these methods in your test scripts and do let me know if you have any questions, and subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.